What's going on, everybody? It's Mr. Nico. Welcome back to another video. How's everybody's day going? And today we're going to be taking a look at the recent controversy regarding the game Skullgirls and the devs behind it. Now, man, I don't know what's going on with game companies nowadays, just absolutely censoring every damn thing for just no apparent reason, except I guess to just appeal to freaking the lowest common denominator of people who don't even play their games or just the normies and stuff. Honestly, I have no idea what to even say about this, but this is all coming up from a recent Twitter update from the game devs where they posted a recent update about Skullgirls. As part of a global Skullgirls content update, we have adjusted several art assets in Skullgirls Mobile, Skullgirls Second Encore, and the digital art compendium on all platforms. You can read the full details and rationale behind these changes here. And then, of course, they got a link below to all the recent changes and everything coming to this update. The forums are having an issues right now, but here's the content of the post. And then, as you can see from these images right here, they're going to be censoring a lot of things in this darn game that I honestly don't know who's even finding an issue with stuff like this. Now, I fucking hate censorship in general, man. Like, honestly, I honestly have no idea why companies go out of their way to do stuff like this. Except, I guess, maybe to just appeal to people who don't even play their games in the first place, just complaining about shit in their games. Like, seriously, I'm pretty sure we all remember the whole thing that happened with DMC5 and everything, right? And Sony censoring, like, cutscenes and all that in the darn game. Like, it was so darn egregious to the point that it was hard not to fucking notice it. But as you can see from these images right here, it's saying that they're going to be like censoring or taking out things that are like allusions to real world hate groups, character sexuality, which this game pretty much is famous not just because it's like a good fighting game and everything, but because of the fan service and the fan art and all that. And then, of course, they're going to be taking out images or jokes or anything like that that prefers to like racial topics or issues. As you can see right here, it says racial sensitivity. Like, honestly, I don't know who the hell was even asking for these changes right here, but that's like not the only thing going on as well, because apparently they're also removing like fan art from the game. They're also removing stuff from like their community, that like artwork that the community and stuff made for their game. They're also taking all that out. They're taking out stuff that that was basically freaking made for like a cancer charity and stuff. They're also just editing cutscenes, like they're taking out like multiple things, stuff correlating to characters, background story in the game. Now, honestly, I've never really played Skullgirls all that much. I've played the mobile game before. It was a really great game, like a really fun fighting game and stuff. And honestly, the community is basically what's keeping this darn game alive. But this game has been getting review bombed all on Steam. As you can see from these images right here, it says that the recent reviews are mostly negative, but the all-time reviews are positive. But yeah, this is coming from the fact of their recent update where they're basically just removing or like censoring stuff from the game that even the community themselves have went out of their way to make and like give to the developers and stuff. Now, this game has been censored before in the past with like, they've censored like anything that has like sexual correlations and stuff to it, or like freaking images correlating to real things before in the real world. Honestly, I have no idea why a couple years later they're coming out of their way to just censor stuff again when this game got flack before for censoring stuff in the past as well. They also got rid of the original devs, and now there's a whole separate team working on this game and stuff. They're getting review bombed all over Steam. Like, look at this right here from these messages from the community update. So it says right here that the general art adjustments is that they're removing 4 illustrations from the gallery, some guest art. They're removing like posters for this character named Parasol. They're removing stuff related to her and her group, the Black Egrets. You can see right here, they're over here making adjustments to stuff for the Cancer Drive, the Parasol and Valentine gallery production art, Double's action shot, the cast poster, the menu background, and just a bunch of other things as well. Now, obviously, people are very upset, and they've expressed, you know, their disappointment and contempt for this update all over Twitter. There's even people asking for like refunds or saying that they're going to refund their game, or that they were planning to buy this game but now all of a sudden they're not going to buy it because of the recent updates and changes where they're basically just censoring stuff once again, or they're just making adjustments to artwork once again for no actual reason because nobody asked for this. I mean, someone even pointed out the fact that they're removing art that they made from a cancer fundraiser. There's also some people on Twitter who are going out of their way to defend this, saying that it's not censorship or that it's self-censorship, so it's okay because the company is okay with it and they're the ones going out of their way to just rightfully censor stuff like this. Now, censorship in any type of form is just completely stupid to me. Like, honestly, these companies wouldn't be getting such flack for censoring things all the darn time if they just gave an option to toggle the censorship on or off. That way you can at least satisfy both crowds of people. The people who probably don't even give a fuck about your game and don't play it in the first place, and then the people who actually do play it and want you to stop censoring stuff, aka the fucking fans. Like, literally, that's all you have to do is just give an option to just toggle this on and off. Okay, like toggle the censorship on and off if you really have an issue with this stuff being in the game so much. And I don't get this, the whole self-censorship stuff anyway. That's still stupid to me for you to go out of your way and literally try to appeal to people who don't even fucking play your game in the first place. Excuse me, my darn voice is breaking up a little bit. I'm sorry about that. I think I'm coming down with a cold, but people are really not happy about this at all. And then you even have people going out of their way to like just sit here and defend this, like like I've already said before. But then there's also someone on Twitter who practically asks people to dox themselves if they're upset with these recent changes. Anyone upset, post a picture of yourself first. I'm not upset, but confused as to why. Didn't the game already get censored a bunch in the past already, and in 2023 still removing stuff? Albeit it's very minor and almost unnoticeable, but my only thought is who asked for it. Well, it's not exactly very noticeable when you're going out of your way to literally remove symbols and stuff related to characters that are like integral to their background story and stuff, just so it doesn't have any allusion to like real world groups. I mean, seriously, who the fuck goes out of their way to just remove an umbrella symbol from their video game because it apparently to some people it just looks like something that's alluding to real world groups? But this isn't the only thing that's going on with some game devs lately. Apparently this company called Neko Neansoft is also getting into some flack recently with its fans and everything because one of their translators for the game has gone out of their way to call their customers and their fans pedophiles. Now, yes, you've heard me correctly when I said that, people. Okay, they've gone out of the way to call their own fan base pedophiles. And apparently in a Discord, people have discovered that this translator for the game was basically going out of the way to call people in the company that they're over here working for pedophiles, and to say that the games and the content that they're making is appealing to people who are pedophiles, and that Japan is full of pedos. It's appealing to creeps and everything. Like, I'm not even joking right now. Now, the devs Neko Neansoft on Twitter have gone out of their way to address this, but they didn't really address it in a very good light. So, as you can see from right here, contrary to popular belief, it is possible to simultaneously hold beliefs about something while not letting it affect your work. There isn't any censoring of Molly-related content in Clover Days as someone who QA'd the whole thing. Now, honestly, what I don't fucking get is why the hell you would work for a company like this that you think is appealing to pedophiles, or why you would sit here and work on a video game and translate stuff for it for a fan base that you think is just pedophiles and everything. Like, literally. That just does not make any fucking sense at all to me. If you think that this game is pedophilic material or whatever, why the hell would you even go out of your way to try and work for it? You don't think that's very fucking odd that you're translating a game for people that you think are quote-unquote pedophiles? Literally. That screams some oddball behavior right here. But they've also addressed this once again on Twitter. We are aware that comments made by a translator that does work for us are causing concern. We are working to determine a course of action to address the situation. We appreciate your patience. And then someone responded to them on Twitter. Our mission is to bring high quality visual novels and more to the world. We love what we do and want to bring you the best products and experience possible. It's not true if you employ people that call your customers pedophiles, which is very true. And then they have a image right here of all the darn Discord messages of this translator that's working for them going out of the way to call the people who purchased your products pedophiles. I mean, it's one thing to sit here and go out of your way to call the people who literally fucking buy your game and are literally the reason for why you're successful, the literally your own fans pedophiles, but to go out of your way to call and to say that an entire country is just full of pedophiles and stuff and that they're all creeps and everything is just a whole different fucking ballpark. I mean, if you wasn't already catching a lot of heat for just going out of your way to call your fans pedophiles, you literally sat here and you insulted and slandered an entire country because of some material that you don't fucking like. It's honestly just nuts to me. I honestly don't get why the hell people like this even get into like being a translator for games in the first place when it's clearly them working on stuff that they don't even like. I don't know. It's very weird to me. Like the same thing have happened with a bunch of like localizers for like Japanese games and stuff where they will go out of their way to like change text and everything and just make it have a completely whole different fucking meaning to what it was originally saying. And then they'll go out of their way to express on Twitter that, oh, well, we were just updating it for like a modern audience or we was putting our own spin on it. And then they'll add like some cringy shit. And like, I know I'm going off on a tangent. But like they'll put in like cringy shit in the game, like some modern 2023 fucking Gen Z boomer type of shit, like some Gen Z cringe ass jokes and stuff. I don't get why the hell they would do stuff like that, but obviously it's probably just so they can appeal to freaking people who don't really even consume these products in the first place. But anyway, back to the situation with the Skullgirls game and the devs. So the Skullgirl devs have even went out of their way to hire fucking hentai artists like Zone, which is this individual right here who even has went out of their way once to create animations of some of the characters in the game. Now they've hired this individual right here to create artwork of the characters in the game before. So it's very weird to me that they're even going out of their way to censor sexualized content in art of characters in this darn game, which is it's just really odd to me. Now, if censorship already wasn't bad enough for this, the game does not have that many players at the moment for a fighting game like this. The game did come out many years ago, but even still, like, yeesh. You know, a game like this that's getting like updates and support apparently from the devs and stuff still is not really all that much alive. Yeah, it's really not looking that good. But then again, this game did come out many years ago, but it's still getting like updates and everything. But it's, I mean, couple that in with the fact that it's censoring stuff, the people are really mad, either talking about how they're refunding the game or they're not purchasing it now. You know, they're asking for their money back, and the fact that this game is getting review bombed on Steam, it's not looking all that good for Skullgirls and devs at the team over here. But yeah, censorship in general is just really fucking stupid to me, man. And then there's people excusing censorship as well, talking about, oh, well, it's not really that bad, or they're not really taking out that much, or they're only making a few minor changes and this and that. And it's just ridiculous to me that anyone will even go out of their way to defend censorship in any way, shape, or form. I mean, seriously, once you start giving these people an inch, they'll start to take a mile. Like, when does it stop right here? What, when they start censoring a few cutscenes, when they start removing certain characters because they find them problematic and they want to appeal to sensitive people, when they start literally removing key integral features of the game because someone finds it offensive. I don't know. We're literally moving towards this era where just everything is becoming censored nowadays, especially when it comes to like anything fan servicey or sexual in video games. And I have no fucking idea why. Like, these companies are going out of their way to just censor either gratuitous violence, or they're just going out of their way to censor fan servicey stuff for just no apparent reason except to appeal to those who don't even play their game in the first place. Alright, but let's check out some more tweets regarding the situation with Neko Neonsoft and its translator. I don't understand how people like this continue to get work in the industry. You'd think these companies would vet the people they consider hiring, and someone like would be an instant red flag blacklist. I guess they don't, which is why localizations are so shit. We do not discriminate based on the translator's feelings about lollies, because we, as all do other companies in existence, expect our translators to do the work properly without letting personal feelings affect it. Hating lollies is not a disqualifying personality trait. This isn't about your translator hating lollies and stuff right here. That's not really the fucking issue. Okay, the issue is that this translator that you hired has went out of their way to call you and your fan base, the consumers, you know, the customers who are paying for your product, pedophiles. Why? Simply because of their hate for lollies. Like, that's the fucking issue. Like, this is a complete PR nightmare right here for you, and you're basically not even really doing anything about it, except trolling around and giving these terrible responses to the entire situation. Seriously, like, this is just a complete fucking nightmare for your company right now, because you have someone that you hired going out of their way to work on a product that they don't even like, calling you, your staff, and the fans pedophiles. Imagine defending people you are hiring who literally call members of your staff and people who buy your games pedophiles. You're silly. As one of the people he will be referring to, I am not offended because I know Itaku and have known him for quite some time. Not a single member of our staff are offended. I don't care if you're offended or not. That's not the problem. People like this are just bad PR. Exactly. Anime fans are going to go see this and go, wow, yeah, fuck that guy. They actually hired this man. You don't have to be offended to tell people you are paying to shut up. And then they went out of their way to block this individual after their, of course, you know, appropriate and reasonable response to this situation, where literally staff of Neko Neonsoft and consumers like this individual are being called pedophiles by a translator who's working on a product that they don't even seem to like, and they don't even seem to like the fans or the staff of this. Literally. Otherwise, why would they even go out of their way to call them pedophiles in the first place and work on material that they think is pedophilic? Now, they've even went out of their way to make a complete shit post on Twitter about this entire situation, saying that they're gonna just introduce their translator to some lollies and everything and help teach this translator the joy of them. As you can see from right here, we've had some internal deliberation with input from many of our freelance staff. We have concluded the appropriate response is to teach the translator in question the joys of lollies. Thus, we're sentencing him to one reading of Oni Kiss, Oni-chan, Where's My Kiss, available now. Now, honestly, this is not really the time right here for you to be sitting around fucking joking on your official account and everything, and you should actually give an appropriate response and do something about this translator. I don't know, fire him or at least put him in his place or something like that for literally going out of his way to not only call your staff pedophiles, but the people who consume your product pedophiles, that are voicing their opinions about this whole situation, and they're not happy about it at all. Anyways, with that being said, this is me, Mitsuni Nika. That's about all we have to cover today. With that being said, this is me, Mitsuni Nika. I will see you all in the next video. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe, turn on notifications to get notified about when I release new videos. And I hope you all have a blessed day. I'm out.